Okay, guys, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you are well. Los veo de nuevo después de una semana en la que no pude estar con ustedes, pero ya estamos de vuelta. Vamos a ver de qué manera nos vamos a estar organizando en lo que resta de este parcial. Y bueno, de acuerdo al sílabus que tienen ustedes, que es el mismo, bueno, que es en el que nos estamos guiando en cuanto a las fechas, la tercera evaluación se estaría llevando en la última semana de julio. Entonces eso nos deja a nosotros con 2 semanas para terminar los contenidos. Entonces, hoy vamos a iniciar, hoy vamos a iniciar lo que es la unidad 6 y sigo en espera de que me confirme el coordinador cuándo podríamos retomar esas clases pendientes para ver los temas. En caso de que por alguna razón no se lleguen a retomar esas clases, o sea, como extra, vamos a meter esos temas importantes dentro de las clases que tenemos en esta y la próxima semana, incluso en la última semana, porque pues el examen se lleva a cabo en una sola clase, ¿no? Entonces vamos a... Igual,
Maestra.
dime. ¿Sí?
Es que haga de cuenta que estamos Camila y Raquel juntas. ¿Podemos estar en un celular nomás oyendo la clase?
Sí, pero si les pido que participen separado, pues que me ayuden con eso, ¿ok?
Ok, perfecto. Gracias.
Ok, bueno, entonces vamos a iniciar la clase. Voy a compartir pantalla para que podamos dar inicio al tema de la unidad 6. Okay, so here we have, and it says staying in shape. This is the title of the first subtopic of unit 6. And we are going to start with that vocabulary and reading section. So it says in here, health. Look at the words and phrases for health. Okay, so here we have some things. Junk food, clases de ejercicio. Sodas, que o sea, igual aquí utilizamos esta palabra como soda. Fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, frutas y vegetales frescos. Stress, worrying, estrés, preocupaciones. Alcohol, alcohol. Vitamins, vitaminas, running, correr. Caffeine, cafeína. And relaxing, relajación. Okay, so let's divide them into good and bad. Which ones would you say that are good for your health? Voy a subrayar las que me digan que son buenas para la salud. I hear you. Which of these options are good for your health?
Exercise classes, fresh fruit, vegetable, running, relaxing.
Any other?
First one, I think so. Vitamins.
Vitamins, yes. Okay, so the ones that we didn't highlight, junk food, sodas, stress and worrying, alcohol and caffeine are considered bad for our health, right? Okay, now it says in here, reading. Discuss what sports can you see in the pictures? Do you know anything about these sports? Okay, see here.
Sorry, what?
If you know any of this of the sports shown in the pictures.
Yeah. I mean, I don't practice them, but I saw it.
Which
I know
one?
what exactly it is.
Okay, so let's read about them. Vamos a leer, we're gonna read. And I'll start with this paragraph and then you're gonna help me reading the rest of them, okay? So it says working day, sitting at the computer. If you add this to the 7 hours we spent sleeping, we could easily find that we have spent nearly 2/3 of our day without moving at all. We all know that exercise is good for both the body and the brain. Even a small amount of exercise every day can help us to feel happier and more relaxed. So, how does the world stay in shape? We've looked at some of the latest exercise trends from around the world. Okay, Raquel, can you help me reading Tower Running from China, please?
Have you ever worked in an office building and wondered how you can stay in shape? Perhaps you should try tower running. It's a sport you can do in the skyscrapers of almost any big city, but Asian cities can be particularly good. All you need to do is start at the bottom of the office tower and run up all the stairs until you get to the top. Tower running has become popular all around the world with important races taking place in some of the world's tallest towers, like Taipei 101, the Empire State Building in New York, and the China World Trade Center, Beijing.
Okay, thank you. So this is a sport, a new one of the new sports that it says in here that it has become popular with important races in like some of the tallest towers of the world, such as the Empire State and the China World Trade Center in Beijing and the Taipei 101. Okay, so this is here we have the picture of it. It's people running, kind of, we're going upstairs, running, and it's like I don't know if it is a competition, but they run to the top and until they get to the top.
It is a competition.
It is a competition. Where does it say?
They start running, especially in these really, really tall buildings, and it has a chronometer. And yeah, like every run, you know, like every running race, the first one to get there, and there are categories in men and women, exactly, something like that.
Participated in one, or have you seen one of these races?
No, I heard about that because I know about that. Because I think that thing started in New York, and you can see that in Mexico City. They started using that.
Okay.
It's worldwide now. But it has to be in a building that's really, really tight to do that.
Yeah, I think so, because they consider only like the tallest towers, right? So it's
Exactly.
yeah,
So it has
I
to
don't
be
know
really tall,
how many
like
steps.
50 or between 50 and 70 minimum.
I'm sure that they are a lot. Okay, thank you. So Jorge, can you help us reading the next one, please? The one from the USA, piloxing.
Can you move the page? Okay. Thank you. As piloxing, USA. If you enjoy dance classes like Zumba, but you also want to get rid of your anger, then piloxing might be for you. Piloxing started in the USA, but has traveled quickly to countries like the UK. The sport is a mixture of boxing, how do you say, Pilates or Pilates?
I think it's I don't know.
Pilot.
Pilots, I think.
Yeah, it sounds a little strange, the word, but we will say here Pilates in Mexico. So I will say that. And then piloxing uses the power and speed of boxing while building your muscles and strength with pilots. All of this happen to non-stop loud music, and you learn some great dance moves too.
Okay, so as it says in here, this one combines 3 different sports. It's like that you dance, but also at the same time you are, but not waiting, but it's like boxing. It's like you're boxing and doing some pilots at the same time. So it helps us because it's like Zumba, but it can be a little bit more worth it because you are also working with different parts of your body, not just like dancing, right? Okay, and the last one is paddle boarding, and this one took place in Brazil. So I'm going to ask Eric Nunez to read it. Eric, can you help me reading it, please? Or someone who can help me reading the last one, please. Somebody?
Okay, ¿sí saben dónde es? What do I read?
Paddleboarding from Brazil, please.
When it comes to the end of a long day, what could be better than a paddleboard on the ocean? It might look easy, but paddleboarding is a tough sport. You need to be strong to keep your balance. However, if you bring your board down to the water at golden hour just before sunset, the water is calm and the ocean will make you forget all the problems.
Okay, thank you. So it says in here that this is like kind of surfing, but it says what could be better than paddleboard in the ocean? It might look easy, but paddleboarding is a dog sport. I don't actually know like what you have to do. Maybe it's just keeping your balance in this board. But I don't actually, well, as I was saying, probably it is really hard like to keep the balance. But
When
it's,
you start, it's really, really difficult. It seems like it's very easy, but it's not that easy. I mean, you have to keep the balance and keep the balance in the middle of the sport and the water. You just, I mean, don't keep standing like no more than 2 seconds and you fell down again. You have to start again. But it's not really easy to do.
yeah, I mean, that's what I say, that it's like you're not moving that much, but keeping the balance, it says in here that it's very hard. So it doesn't look easy at all. By the way, I look up the word, the pronunciation of the word Pilates in Spanish. In English is Pilates. Pilates?
Pilates. Okay. Thank you.
Pilates, yeah.
Pilates.
Pilates. Okay. So let's continue then. So here we have these three sports that are considered kind of new and not that common actually, because, well, for example, the one of paddleboarding has to be like in a place with ocean, right? Like with the sea. Then we have the one of the tower running, where there must be towers if you want to practice it. And the one of relaxing, that one that could be probably practicing everywhere, but it's not that common nowadays. So it's very common for you to find some Zumba lessons in that, but not like this type of class, but probably we can see them in the future, in the near future. Well, we already read the text and it says in here, these questions. According to the article, why is exercise good for you? So can you tell me, can you mention some of the advantages that were mentioned in the article that are good for our health? Do you remember? Okay, I think I'll need to start asking. Okay, Jorge?
No, I don't really understand the question. It's good for your health and personal, or you're talking about the exercise that we said?
No, in general, like why does the article says that exercise is good for you?
I mean, depends what part of your body you're working, you know?
So
I mean,
what do you think
okay.
be the answer?
I mean, if you're running, obviously it's gonna be your legs, you know? Like for example, we're running.
Okay.
But
well,
if you,
it says according to the article, and here we have that part where it says that we all know that exercise is good for both the body and the brain, but it says that it can help us to feel happy. The answer to the first question. You don't have to write everything, okay? We're just sharing. Next, number 2 says, why is tower running popular in Asian cities? Do you remember why is tower running popular in Asian cities? I'll show you the paragraph so you can look for the answer. Why is tower running popular in Asian cities? So I hear you. Why do you consider that Asian cities have become very popular in this sport, tower running?
I don't remember, miss.
Okay, I'm showing you here the paragraph, so maybe you can look up for the answer.
It could be because I actually have the towers built in the wall. Maybe.
Okay, because it has
Yeah.
like some of that.
Yeah,
Well,
because they say that the Warsaw towers like Taipei 101. Actually, I don't know. There's
okay,
another
well,
reason.
Taipei, it's in Asia and China world trade too. So probably because Asia has many tall skyscrapers, right? Probably that is the answer. It says in here that Asian cities can be particular. Next question says, how is relaxing similar to other sports? Relaxing is similar to the other sports that are mentioned here. Showing you.
It's a mixture of different sports like boxing, like Pilates and dance.
Okay,
So,
because you dance, you kind of practice boxing
boxing. And then you
and
strengthen your muscle with the Pilates.
in Pilates, right? Very good. Excellent. And the last one, you can check here. When is a good moment to practice paddleboarding?
At the end of the day,
At the end of the day, right? At the golden hour just before the sunset. Okay, so this was just like, here we have the topic of grammar that says present perfect plus four. And since it says, read the sentences A and B and answer the questions from 1 to 4. Letter A says, I've done paddleboarding. Sorry, I've done paddleboarding since 2014. Letter B says, he's lived in Asia for 5 years. So then we have number 1. When did the speaker in letter A start paddleboarding? Do we have this information? When did he start paddleboarding? I hear you guys. In letter A, do we have the information about when the speaker started paddleboarding?
you mean the city?
In number 1, according to the sentence letter A, when did the speaker in letter A start paddleboarding? Do we have that information?
No, it doesn't say when he started.
But when he start, when he, it says, I've done paddleboarding since 2014. So I'm asking you, when did the speaker in letter A, in the sentence that I just read, start paddleboarding?
Okay, this is the answer. Since 2014.
2014, yes.
Oh, okay. It sounds like the de qué color es el caballo blanco de Napoleón. Something.
Well, similar because the answer is giving you the answer, so could be. Okay,
Yeah,
number,
tricky.
is she still paddleboarding now? Take a look to the sentence in letter A. I've done paddleboarding since 2014. Vean la oración. ¿Todavía practica paddleboarding? What do you think?
Well, if we are in 2019, maybe yes, but probably not.
But just like, we just have this information. Solo tenemos esta oración. De acuerdo a la oración, ¿consideras tú que él sigue practicándolo o no?
She started in the 2014 and we are 2022.
But ignore that information. Like, it's like,
according with the information,
according
it looks
to
like yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't tell me that he's not practicing anymore, right? No me dice que ya paró,
Exactly.
dice que empezó, pero it doesn't tell me anything about that he stopped practicing. Okay, number 3 says, when did that person in B, sentence B says, he's living in Asia for 5 years. When did that person move to Asia?
5 years ago.
5 years ago. Very good. Does he still live in Asia?
It looks like yes, like me. For
Look
me.
like yes, right? Very good. Muy bien. Eso es lo que quería que se dieran cuenta. Estamos retomando porque este es un tema que ya hemos visto con anterioridad, que es el present perfect. El present perfect, recordándoles un poquito, se conforma la estructura utilizando el have o el has más el past participle form of the verb, que sería, por ejemplo, has done, have lived, etcétera, que es como lo que les voy a subrayar ahorita, ¿ok? Entonces, tengo aquí, pues, dos opciones, vaya, ¿no? Bueno, tengo este que es el present perfect, y luego aquí tengo el simple past. Sorry. Ahora, estas dos oraciones están en present perfect. Una está utilizando el since y la otra está utilizando el for. Una me cuenta, o bueno, me dice, el momento en el que esta actividad de lo que sea que yo esté hablando comenzó. Me muestra fechas, me muestra el comienzo de. Y la otra me dice la duración, el tiempo que ha transcurrido desde el inicio de esto. ¿Sí me explico? Digamos que el since es más específico porque me va a mostrar, digamos, con datos exactos el momento en el que comenzó. Por ejemplo, fechas, días, eventos, no sé, por ejemplo, since 2014, since yesterday, since my birthday, since Monday, since May, o sea, digamos, información precisa. Y el for me va a mostrar la duración en tiempo. Por ejemplo, for 5 years, for a month, for a day, for one night, for 5 minutes, etc. ¿Sí? Vamos ahora a ver aquí donde dice, underline the correct alternative to complete the rules. Vamos aquí a completar las reglas de este tema que es for y que es since. It says, use the present perfect to look back at something that started in the past and continues now. Recordemos que el present perfect es algo que comenzó en el pasado y de cierta forma tiene efecto en el presente. No significa necesariamente que la sigo haciendo, sino que tiene efecto. O sea, esa acción que yo empecé en el pasado no ha vencido, digámoslo así, ¿no? Por ejemplo, cuando les digo sobre la película, por ejemplo, oh, I've seen that movie before. Pues quiere decir que esa película yo la vi en el pasado, pero todavía la recuerdo porque todavía tengo noción de esa película, todavía sé de esa película. Entonces, por ejemplo, aquí, en el ejemplo de I've done paddleboarding or he's living in Asia, quiere decir que en un momento en el pasado estas personas cometieron esta acción y esta acción todavía tiene efecto porque todavía viven ahí. ¿Sí? Ahora dice, use for or since to talk about a period of time. How long? And use for or since to talk about a point in time, when something started. En este caso, aquí es since, when something started. Y aquí es for, to talk about a period of time. Entonces, recordemos eso. En realidad es muy sencillo cuando una vez ya habramos diferenciado entre for y since, cuando utilizar cuál. El for me habla de tiempo. Y el since me habla de específicas momentos en el tiempo, ¿no? El for solamente duración, how long, y el since, when something started. ¿Sí? Ok. Veamos más de este tema. Y dice aquí, complete the table with the phrases in the box. Vamos a simplemente dividir. Tengo aquí una tablita, por ejemplo, tengo dos ejemplos, 2005 and ages. Tengo for y tengo since. 2005 es algo específico, algo puntual. Entonces, lo voy a utilizar con since. Ages es simplemente un periodo de tiempo, que en este caso son años, ¿no? Entonces, ages lo voy a colocar en for ages. Ok, ahora voy a leer el resto de las palabras y voy a separarlos con for y con since. ¿Cuáles se utilizan con for? Hablando de periodos de tiempo, how long. ¿Y cuáles se utilizan con since? Hablando de el momento en que iniciaron, ¿no? Hablando de momentos puntuales. Is it clear what you're gonna do?
Yes.
Okay, so please work on this and tell me when you're ready, okay? Ready to share, guys? Did you finish?
Yes, miss.
Okay, great. I'm gonna be asking. Les voy a ir preguntando. Veamos, Miguel Robles, July, for or since?
Since.
Since, very good. A long time, Omar.
For.
For, very good. Saturday, Paola.
Since.
Since, very good. I left college, Jorge.
Since.
Since, very good. Luis, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years.
For.
4, very good. Two p.m. Camila.
Since.
Since, okay. Ay, sorry. Last night, let me see. Vianney. Creo que no, porque last night significa anoche, entonces es igual un momento puntual. Entonces en ese caso, last night iría en since. Si fuera one night, si fuera four. An hour or two. ¿Quién me ayuda con an hour or two?
It's for.
For an hour or two. Very good. And I was a child, I was a teenager.
Since.
Since, very good. I was a child, teenager. Very good. Ok. Bueno, este ejercicio lo guardan por favor de evidencia para que igual nos va a servir también para hacer otros ejercicios. Bueno, voy a borrar aquí y vamos a continuar. Estoy tratando de cubrir la mayor parte de este tema en esta clase para poder ir avanzando con un poquito para recuperar el tema que nos faltó. Okay. Y nos vamos a ir aquí a Language Bank de Grammar, Present Perfect plus for and since. Ok, vamos, esta estructura del Present Perfect, sino como el uso del Present Perfect más el for y el since. Pero retomando el tema de Present Perfect, it says, use the Present Perfect to talk about things that started in the past and are still true now. O sea, que tienen efecto aún, que siguen siendo verdad, ¿no? For example, we have been married for 14 years. What does this mean? That we got married 14 years ago and we are still married now. Use since to talk about the specific time something started. For example, 1992, last week, Monday, I was a child. For example, we've known each other since we were children. What does this mean? That we are friends now. He has played football since 2002. What does this mean? That he has started playing football in 2002 and he still plays. Use for to talk about a period, length of time. For example, 10 years, 2 months, for a long time, an hour, a few weeks. For example, I haven't seen him for a few weeks. I've lived in Barcelona for 25 years. To ask about the length of time, use how long have you? For example, how long have you worked for Dell? Use the past simple, not the present perfect, for things that happened at a specific time in the past. For example, I moved to Spain in 2001, not I have moved to Spain in 2001. Entonces, aquí cuando hablamos de tiempos o situaciones específicas del pasado que comenzaron y ya terminaron, digámoslo así, utilizamos el simple past con este tema. Tengo aquí 8 oraciones, voy a escoger si voy a usar el simple past o el present perfect, ¿ok? Y acá dice complete the sentences with for or since. Put the verbs in parentheses into the correct form of the present perfect or past simple. O sea, vas a leer, dependiendo del contexto de la oración, vas a utilizar el simple past o present perfect y luego acá, digo, bueno, y el for o el since también dependiendo del contexto. Se va a terminar la sesión, regresamos y contestamos una de acá para ver el ejemplo, ¿ok? Para ver un ejemplo.